Right, this is it. The final day of my 4090. About to absolutely, utterly destroy it. Alan Wake 2, 8K. Whew. Could be the end. Hopefully we get to finish the game off, because I'm pretty close to the end. I thought let's do it in style. So, give me 1 sec. I'm hoping it's going to work alright. It seems like it's going to be... I did a quick test, because running it through my capture card, I thought maybe it might break it, but it seems like it might be alright. So let's just check a couple of things. DJ, yo, Leo, hello. How we doing? Been a while since I played on this monitor, actually. Okay, I think it's all right. Right, so initially at first gonna do, so we've got, we're on my 8K monitor. So we've got 8K here, 7680 by 4320. We'll obviously play around with it a little bit. What I'm gonna do first, so we've got path tracing off. I mean, we'll test it out, but I would hazard the guess that path tracing is gonna be an absolute, just no, it's not gonna happen. But we can see what it's like. So we're going to try out first DLSS on quality, so we're rendering at 5K. So it's still quite a lot. Rendering at 5K, upscaling to 8K, or whatever this is. I don't know, this probably isn't exactly 5K, but it's in that region. More than 4K, obviously. It might be even higher. We've got DLSS frame generation on, and then we'll have everything else is maxed. We'll max everything else out with path tracing off. See how that does. Do you need to sort the overlay out? Oh, and my headset's going to run out of battery as well. Baseball Fuse, hello! Did I see the build? Yeah. It looked good to me. Only thing is, it seemed very expensive. I don't know what your budget is. Give me 1 sec, just changing my battery. Good that it ran out now and not in some horror moment where I'm running away. Right, overlays up. Let me know what... I'm not sure what size this is going to be like on the stream from 8K. It probably similar to... Do we need it a bit bigger than that, maybe? Because obviously the monitor I'm currently on is 32 inch, so... To me it looks obviously a little bit smaller. Increase it a little bit. I don't actually even know where we got to. 26, I think we were here, weren't we? 17 and a half hours. Whew. Load that up. Look, hello! Your PC build, yeah, though, I think, like, you could just do it cheaper, I think. Like, that's what I said, I don't know how much you want to spend, but you could definitely do that cheaper. I think I'd, like, a pretty expensive motherboard, from what I remember. And also a lot of, A lot of M.2 storage as well, which I don't necessarily think you probably really need that. I don't know. Obviously, you could save money there, but I don't know if you're actually interested in saving any money. So straight off the bat here, look at this VRAM. 23. Oof. Let me know what the YouTube stream's like, because I can see it's buffering for me, and I just remembered we're on the backup, YouTube backup ingest server. Shall I switch it back? Is it stuttering loads? I might have to switch it back. Forgot about that. We did that yesterday, didn't we? Andy, hello. So 40 FPS. I'm seeing a loads of ghosting though. Look, you see that? On her face? Pretty bad. But I mean, frame rate wise for 4K, for 8K, upscaling from DLSS quality, you know, somewhat alright. 400 watts of power. My GPU's hanging in there. No ray tracing though. I mean, you lost your mind. If you want to run 8K path tracing, you've lost your mind. I mean, we can try it out, but it's going to be like 1 FPS. Let me know what the stream's like. It's buffering a ton for me. I don't know what it's like for you guys. Shall I switch to primary ingest? Let me switch it. Bear with me 1 sec. Let me know what the primary ingest is like. I know we switched to that yesterday. It's still buffering a ton for me. Without frame generation, yeah. I'm not... Normally from what I've seen in the past, frame generation doesn't really seem to save you much at 8K. Maybe like 10 FPS. It's still ghosting though. So it's not frame generation. Leech, yo! Wagwan. And then obviously if we go native 8K, are you ready? This might crash, but... Oh my god. It's playable. It is playable. Take what I can get. At that frame time. Interestingly native though, I mean power consumption is still about the same. I thought we'd see maybe 430, it was up to 410. You know, 18 FPS, I'll take it. 8K. Thought it'd actually be a bit worse. Path tracing now? Oh well. This is the end. This is where it ends. What, native 8K? This could very most likely crash. I should have maybe done low first. That was a mistake. Do we want... Alright, it's all maxed. We've got ray reconstruction on. I'm probably not going to be able to get out of the menu. I mean, I've got 0 FPS here. 24.2 gigs of VRAM. Into the stratosphere. Something's loading. It is loading, but... You might have just absolutely just killed my PC. Look at this frame time. Don't think I've ever seen 2,200. Oh! It's happening. Look at my RAM! Oh my god! I was using 50 gigs of RAM. What the hell? That is spill. That is spilling right there. Look at this RAM. Oh my god. I don't think I've ever seen my RAM that high in a game. But it's playable. We're doing it. The road reflections look really weird. To be honest, I thought it would be 1 FPS, so I'll take 5, you know? I'll take 5 FPS. Minecraft, thanks for subscribing. 64, it's a good job I've got 64, isn't it? 32 would not be cutting it here. I think they recommend 128 for, like, doing stuff like this. Wait, it's back down now to 17. Weirdly, my GPU power, though. I don't know what's going on there. 185, 200, 130, 300. That's probably not good, is it? That's probably not good on my hardware. What about if we get frame generation and stuff on DLSS? Can we... Well, let's try low first. It probably is not going to make much difference because I know we've seen in other resolutions it's not really made too much of a difference going from high to low, but maybe it gives us 10? Potentially. I'm not sure this is loaded. Thing is now is we're getting into the realms of it just not loading. You have to quit out and back. We're getting 11, so it was a... Wait, give it a sec for it to load. Is the game frozen? Nah, not quite. You just gotta wait for it to load. 7. Oh, 7, 8. 8. Give me 8. No, I think all we're getting is 7. We've got 1 more FPS from going low. It's stuck for you. What? Oh wait, it's actually fully bricked my I think it's crashed my capture, my game capture. I think it's fully bricked my game capture. This is what happens. Well, I'm getting 7 FPS. Let me just reboot. Let's reboot. I won't do native again because I think it's just fully bricked everything. It is running, but I think it's bricked my game capture. Yeah, it has. It's bricked my OBS. I'll try it again, but native. So we're getting, even with low path tracing, it's about 7 FPS natively. So, I mean, we've seen that now. Don't need to do that again. You should now probably just see my windows. I'll reboot it back. I thought maybe it's the stream that has crashed, but yeah, I think it's just... I mean, I'm using probably all of my RAM, pretty much. Oh, it's actually crashed my whole Windows. This is not good. Oh wait, OBS is actually crashed. Yeah, not responding. That's what it was. Yeah, I think probably using that amount of VRAMs, probably I need 128, you know? Gonna have to get that sorted out. Right, I've reopened that. Okay, this should work. This should work now. And I won't mess around too much. We won't do native anymore. because it's probably not a good idea. Or maybe do I boot into the game natively in the settings that I just had, and then I'll switch DLSS and stuff on just so you can see for a sec. So we're at native 8K again with low path tracing. It might potentially actually it might fix, because I had an issue loading it in. I'll open MSI before the game because I feel like that might cause it to crash as well. With DLSS, yeah. With path tracing on low, probably be just under, well, maybe about 30 depending on your DLSS setting, yeah. We had about 40 at 8K DLSS quality with no path tracing, so... Depends what setting you've got. Right. Let me know if it crashes, if it freezes again. It's just my OBS falling apart because of the RAM usage, I think. Oh dear. Oh dear. Let me get my OBS up actually, because I can see if it crashes. Oh dear. Less RAM though. We're not using 50 gigs of RAM anymore. But it looks to me like none of the textures have even like, it's like all like low texture. Even though we've got everything on maxed out. How long could I play like this? As soon as I'd have to shoot, it's game over. At least now my GPU power is like where it should be. Before it was skipping from 130 to 230 to 300 back to 120 back to, it was like, that's probably not good for my GPU. We're almost 420 then. So yeah, if I then switch, so if we keep path tracing on, we have got it on low though. This might also now crash my game too. No, we should be alright. Just got to wait for it to load though, that's the only thing. What's going on with this RAM? Might have to back out to the menu and reload it though every time. Oh, oh, oh. It's loaded. Right, so 17 FPS. So yeah, you can't, you'd have to dip it down to... I mean, we've not even got path tracing on max. So if we maxed out path tracing... Actually, wait, let's drop this down to balanced and see. You're looking at performance or less, to be honest, for... And even now, it's not loaded. Look at this RAM. Oh, 24, 25.
Don't like all this chaos right before Deerfest. Maybe I should just stay here for the night.
This RAM usage, 43. Yeah, it's jumping from like 43 to 26, 28, 35, 41. It's got to just because of how... I don't know how much VRAM we're using here, but it's way over 24. It'd be interesting to see how much it would actually be using. So I guess this is, you know, this here like this is kind of somewhat playable, 35. Not obviously crazy amazing, but for this game you could probably get away with 30. And then if we switch path tracing to maxed out. And what are we? Were we at balanced or performance? I think we were at balanced, weren't we? That's actually not that bad. How many do it? Adding path tracing like this though, probably have to drop it down to performance. Let it load again. Make sure to drop a like on the stream as well, guys, if you haven't. Try and get as many as we can. See how many likes we can get. I don't know if this is going to load. You can tell when it's loaded by the frame time, because look at it. And look at my GPU power. This is what happened last time. Might have to reload it in. Shall I load it? Let me really load it in. Maybe that'll fix it out. Look at that, the state of that. What's my RAM speed? 6,000. Oh dear. Yeah, I don't think it likes it with balance, so you'd probably have to drop down the performance doing this. Just feel like that is not loaded though, because it's look how weird the GPU power is. Go performance. So we're running at 4K now, upscaling to 8K. Is that better on it? Yeah, I think it's maybe just brutal, but it's definitely something not quite right, because it's using 250 watts. Like, there's no way it's doing that. Obviously pushing it to its absolute limit.
I think you may be right. Might have been
The delay, the latency right now though is crazy. Obviously looking at that, look at the frame time.
Don't like all this chaos right before Deerfest.
There's some
Maybe I should just stay
chalk looking. I'm not convinced that this is loaded, so I'm going to just exit to the main menu and load it back in. There's no way we're using 250 watts with those settings. I think it maybe is just kills it with high with it maxed out. It looks like it. I think it just kills it. It just seems like it completely kills it. Try ultra performance. Okay, now we're talking. I think it just doesn't at those other DLSS settings with that running where they've path tracing maxed. I think it's just too much for it.
I think you may be right.
Actually, surprisingly, looks alright. Like this. Rendering at 1440p upscaling to 8K.
Don't like all this chaos right before Deerfest.
Oh, using very much power. Yeah, I think it just can't. It's bugged. It's not actually using that amount of power. It hasn't actually loaded it. I think it just can't load it. I'd potentially probably have to reset the game. It's actually somewhat playable like this. But in this scenario, I'd obviously much rather play without path tracing at like a DLSS quality for the 8K quality. But obviously it's interesting to see what it can do. Definitely seeing frame generation isn't really a massive help at 8K, obviously, because I don't actually think it works. I don't think it's been tested that much. Gives us like 10 FPS. Which obviously makes sense for our frames before we switch frame generation on in that scenario. It's like frame rate is already really low, so there's not any benefit to it really. I don't know what these people are doing. Let's so we have actually got to play through this a little bit. What I'm going to do though is play through the settings we had. So I'm going to do 8K with everything maxed. Apart from path tracing, we'll switch that off. And I can put this on. I think, did we have it on quality? We had DLSS quality with frame generation. Play through a little bit with it like that. See, this is the thing. It takes a little while to load. That looks like it's loaded in now. But as soon as I then go in-game, it's not loaded. Do you see what I mean? Like power 230, like there's no way this is using 230 watts. Might have to reboot the game. Let me just try and load back. I thought I have enough VRAM for 8K? No, not really. 24 is not enough. It can just about do. Like, there are a few games it can actually play like 8K okay-ish, but 24 is not really ideal for that. Yeah, this is just. I'm gonna have to reboot the game really quick because it's killed it. You know. Let me just reboot really quick. Old sinking. Lord of the Rings: Return to Moria. That game actually looked alright. It looked a bit like Valheim. Only works up to 4K. Yeah, but it does actually gives me 10 FPS at 8K though, so it's doing something. It doesn't not work at 8K because I get about 10 FPS with switching it on, so it's doing something. So I would disagree with the theory that it does nothing at 8K because it gives me 10 FPS. So I would say it doesn't only work up to 4K because it's doing something. Because we were getting 30 without it, and if I switch it on, we get 40, so. Right. Settings-wise, DLSS quality on, frame generation with everything maxed, and then this should be about, I think this was 40, wasn't it? Like this. And the power should hopefully be fixed. There, yeah, see? I think it's just bugged. I think it's because I'm changing the settings so much and it's just overloading it, like. Back up to, like, closer to 400 watts now. This looks much nicer. Are we still getting we're still getting the ghosting, though. I'll play through a little bit of this, maybe, and probably switch down to balanced, maybe. Just to be a bit closer to 60 FPS. But this overall, I think, doesn't look too bad. It looks alright, apart from the ghosting. Where have I got to go here? I've actually completely forgotten how to play this game. What's that? I'm feeling the crazy amount of latency on this. Oh, we're at 20 FPS, that's why. What's going on? See, I think, yeah. I think we're going to have to maybe go balanced at least, because it's just not, it doesn't like it, does it? I think it's giving me that same... Remember that error I was having with the VRAM issue on the other low VRAM cards? I'm getting that same thing again when I go in the map. So I think it's probably too high. Still getting the ghosting as well. Slightly more frames.
Merced won't roll over on the issues.
Trying to avoid going in the map.
Meet the mayor, huh? Maybe I should swing by Suomi Hall.
Look. Oh, it's done it again. No? Alright, it's alright. Play for a little bit like this. If it keeps doing it, I'll go performance. But we're at 22 gigs VRAM, so we've got a little bit there. I need to get in the car. I'm in me mum's car. The later. What? Try out performance as well, just because I can feel this breaking. I can feel this breaking at the worst possible time. It's just not really giving me any more frames. Okay, now we're getting 50. Rendering at 4K, upscaling to 8K. Play that with this for a little bit and see what it's like. Did I do the final mission? Oh, what, where it says your ending game? No, I don't think I did. Is there a house or something I need to see here? Where was it she said I need to investigate the house? Is it up here? You know what? I'm going to take a look. How do I... What are the controls? So this is where the frame rate is worse normally in the forest. You can see that dropping about 10 FPS. I think it still looks pretty good even at running this... I mean, I suppose we're still rendering at 4K, so... Upscaling to 8, so quality-wise it's actually still alright. I'll say try and avoid the performance and ultra performance when you're rendering it like 1080p, because then you end up rendering it a way lower resolution. Can we actually get up there? Lighting is still pretty good even without path tracing.
This is not the right way.
I'm scared to open the map.
To get back to.
I have a case to get back to. But look, it still looks pretty good. I'll get up there. What was the house she was talking about? We can get up there. Rental cabins. I'll investigate. But we're still getting this VRAM, this lagging. Until it loads in. Ultra performance, we're going to have to do that. That's loaded in. At 32 inches, it's fine. That's what she said. Where's the path? Rental cabins. Oh, this was there was a gap in this fence, no? Is it just intentionally blocked me? Can I not go and take a look at that then? Oh, here's the hole. Looks fine without path tracing. Yeah, I'm playing at 8K though, so visually it looks kind of crazy in comparison. Looks a lot better than obviously 4K. So that for me right now is making the difference with it off. "8K gaming isn't a thing?" Well, I'm about to destroy your world. Google it. What does that mean? 7680 by 4320. I think that's what that says. I think it is. If you Google that, I think it'll tell you that that's 8K. But let me know. A whole new world. You're about to be open to a whole new world. The bolt cutters, good point. Does this game run well with a 4080 at 4K? I wouldn't say it runs well. It depends what your settings are and what DLSS preset you're using. You're not watching the video in 8K. The thing is unless you have an 8K monitor, like visual quality, you wouldn't even be able to see anyway. And obviously you can't stream at 8K. But even if I could stream at 8K, you would need an 8K monitor to really appreciate it. Okay, this is creepy. At least we got the shotgun out. And I go in all of these.
And another lunchbox.
Just keeps breaking when I'm going in and out of doing stuff. Like my frame rate goes crazy. How many cabins are there? Wait, is that blood on the floor? No. The human eye can't distinguish between 4K and high res. The human eye apparently can't tell the difference between 30 FPS and 240 FPS either, but I mean, it's utter insanity. I must be a superhero because I can. Maybe I've just got X-ray vision, you know? Like, that is a possibility. I was born genetically just gifted in every single aspect of my life, so it's more than likely. You know, it does happen. Well, I'm definitely not lying about the 8K res. I'm on an 8K monitor, and I just showed you it's 7680 by 4320. I don't quite know how I could lie about that. Quick live Photoshop on the screen. Is that the theory? So I don't think there's really anything here. Is that pretty much it? We better head back and do that thing. How do we get back? People who say, yeah, I mean, I don't understand people who say that the eye can't see above 30 or what 60 FPS. Like, I don't understand it. I can definitely see. I can tell the difference between 60, 144, 240. I've never seen 360, so I can't comment on that, but I imagine you'd probably, if you play games enough, I imagine you could probably tell the difference if you're hitting those frames consistently. You know, people will say the same thing about 500. Like, I can't comment on those because I've never seen it, but from the refresh rates I have seen, I can definitely tell a difference. Right, where's the station? I want to know why there's so many people outdoors taking photos. He's taking selfies. Where's the woman? It's scientifically proven. By who? Never seen it. I mean, I can scientifically prove it right now. It seems like a bit of a wasted experiment. Who's funding that? You know what? We're going to scientifically prove that human eye can't see more than 3840 by 2160. No point in playing above 1080p, really, is there?
Ready to go?
Right, continue. Boom.
I'm ready to head to Cauldron Lake
Is
now.
the chat okay today?
Let's get the party started.
No, it's whenever I play
Okay, here
8K,
we
people,
go.
for some reason, people get
We'll be
so
okay.
triggered. I don't know why.
I'll head to Cauldron Lake.
People get like insanely triggered on any 8K video that I do.
You'll need backup.
I can tell there's no talking you out of coming, Casey.
Which,
Estevez.
it happens every
Where will we
time,
get
but
that light array to the
used to
lake?
it. Used to it now.
Covered, so good news there.
It was the same when I first got my 4090. People are so triggered. It's like
Especially built for engineers.
insane.
And this work of art, Anderson.
I can't wait for the
Plan
5090.
for that.
I'll make some calls on the way.
I don't know why people are so shocked. I have a channel where I specifically test stuff, so... Who's triggered? Well, it sounds like Striker's incredibly triggered. He's calling me a liar. Don't normally get called that.
Hey, Alex. It'll be easier on you to ride with us. We'll have waterfront parking.
I like the sound of that.
Um, 50 series is coming 2025, yeah. Come on, guy in a chat full of people. Yeah, but I'm talking just from overall experience. Like, normally people don't really care too much when I play. As soon as I play 8K on all my other stuff, people just get very, like, I don't know, annoyed? Is it annoyed or angry? I don't know. Normally, more comments than normal of people just getting annoyed by it.
You saw this coming, huh? Of course. I need a song about Alan Wake. About bringing him out of the dark place.
Like, normally people don't care when I play at 4K. No one cares.
I hope they've still got it.
And they just get disappointed by what? So I have to go. Do I have to go? Cauldron Lake. Let alone Joe. Yeah, like I'm not. I think for some, I think part of it is like when I play this, people seem to take offense in that I'm trying to persuade them that you need to play 8K, which obviously I don't do. Like I'm not advocating that this is what you should play. You know, it's purely just a test to just see how far can I push it. You know, but a lot of comments I get for 8K stuff is people getting offended that they need to defend why they don't want to play 8K. But I'm not trying to say you should play 8K. You know, I've never said that. I've never advocated for that. I have the ability to be able to test it, so it's like I might as well. You know, like, but people just for some reason take it as like a like sales pitch of like you have to eventually get 8K, which like I'm not doing that at all. It's purely just for testing, you know. But all it ever is people defending why they don't want to play 8K, but it's like I'm not saying you have to at all.
David! Jesus Christ. It's getting worse. It's spreading. I'm running
Like
out
this
of
is by
time.
far absolutely no way the best way to play a game at this point, at least. You know, maybe that changes in the future, but you know, it's just it's cool, I think, to see how how far the 4090 can go. You know, some games it can actually do 8K fairly okay, which is like quite impressive. Obviously, other games it kind of falls apart, but there's nothing else that I can even come close to testing at this resolution. So. You can't see 80% healthy vision past 4K. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I'm not... You don't need to get, like, offensive on why you don't want to play 8K. Like, I'm not telling you you should play 8K. I think maybe you're just misunderstanding. Like, by me playing 8K, I'm not telling you that you should. I'm not telling you, like, everyone needs to have this... play like this. Purely just for to test it. Here, a helicopter.
We're incoming with the lights, Anderson. Where do you want them?
Set them up on the shore. We need to be ready if Threat shows up.
We'll be ready.
8K is 4 times 4K, yeah. How do I get my pistol up? What's this up here? Oh no, we saw that, didn't we? Where have I got to go? Have I got to go down? I think I've got to go down.
That must be Tornodin. Maybe I should check in.
How much harder is it to read small text? Well, this monitor's way bigger, so than my 4K, so it's not a problem for me. I don't have really any problem with eyesight though, so reading anything's not really a problem. Who's driving down here? Keep running. When you play 16K, people, yeah. No, I don't. I'm not going to do that anytime soon. The world isn't ready yet.
Very rock and roll way to drive.
What's my monitor? It's a Dell 8K UltraSharp. Get down that bit or go down this bit? It just disappeared. Someone throwing something at me. Yeah. Definitely harder to shoot though, this frame rate. I'm gonna sneeze. Not a good time. Bad time to sneeze. We need batteries for the torch. No, oh no, no, no. It is 32 inch, yeah. Oh my god, it's not loaded in again. I think we might have to go ultra performance here to try and evade this bug. This loading bug. Oh, look at that. Oh god. I'm actually stuck down here. Lord Akato, hello. I need to put my shotgun in the... I don't think this is the way then, is it? Quick slot this. What happens if I put it here? Does it just switch between one? Alright, cool. Only happens when it's out of VRAM. Yeah, but then obviously every time I go in and out of the menu, it just bugs it. And there's a chance it doesn't load it, so it's kind of annoying. So for example, now if I go in the menu... I've got to go... Wait. How do we get down then? I've gone the complete wrong way, haven't I? I've got to go down this bit, huh? Because I can get through there. Is that right? Because there's no way down to the shore from here. What can I get through down here? Oh, there's a way up here. I didn't see that. Try that again. There's another path around. Only thing is, I can't kill this. Run, run! I did disable ray tracing, yeah.
Great. A Torah node in there?
Yeah, we've got it on ultra performance right now without ray tracing. Can I get in there? Just because I've got this weird kind of VRAM thing. I've had it on lower VRAM cards, like when I go in and out of the menu, it kind of bugs it out.
I'll be there soon.
Sometimes it doesn't load it back. How can we get through these? Ah. Gonna need that. So we'll see what it plays like with this. Using about 20.5 gigs of VRAM now, so it's a little better. Don't seem to have that problem at the moment, at least. Oh my god. Oh no. I don't like it. Right, is the car down there then? Where is it? Down that bit? .4K OLEDs, yeah, they're super expensive though, aren't they? Next really ideal monitor I'd get would maybe be like a 4K 240, but they're like insanely expensive. Maybe get like a second-hand one or something. We're about to play a gig.
Times are not rock and roll. Yeah, they are.
Hey!
If you
I'm
know
here! I'm here! Let's get ready!
Anderson, we've set up a control center up here overlooking the area.
Anderson, I can drop more gear down for you if you're running low.
I'll use the lights to hit the Taken when they come. Light them up for you.
I'm trying to remember
Bad
what
news
it.
is we were in a hurry. The power supply is spotty.
We're
Your
summoning
car
that
in
thing
here.
out of
Try
the
to keep it running.
I'm trying to think where it left off. We fought what looked like Alan when he was out of the when he was in the prison, but it wasn't him. I forget what it's called.
We're ready to rock and roll.
Grandpa, you signal me when the song is done, and I'll use the clicker to bring Wake back. Hit it!
Hello, Cauldron Lake. Great to see so many federal agents here tonight. Prepare to experience a soul-searing, mind-frying act of black magic and sorcery. This song goes out to our favorite tortured writer. Let these sweet tunes guide you out of the darkness. It's called Dark Ocean.
Only thing with OLEDs though, aren't they? They're not very good for just like working from, not gaming. Because I do obviously 80% of the time I spend on my computer is when I'm not gaming, I'm working.
Let's try that again.
And like, does it run the risk of burning more? Well, that scared the crap out of me.
A whole lot of paranatural crimes happening right now. It's fucking awesome. I want a t-shirt.
Show's drawing a crowd.
Taken incoming, Anderson. I gotta clean my message.
Things are about to get messy.
Anderson, trouble on the way. Anderson on the left.
Not good, not good. Need the ammo.
They're coming.
There's more ammo waiting.
Go, 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 go.
More taken on the way.
Whoa. Probably maybe heal. Solo.
Anderson, stock up on ammo.
Anderson, heads up.
Heads up. Oh, what? I don't see anything.
I'll blast him with the light.
Oh my god.
Anderson, there's more gear waiting.
I'll get him into the light.
Oh my god. Ah! So many.
Try to stop the song.
Hey, he's going for your Yes!
The power of rock and roll.
It's not working. Oh my god. Oh. In the mouth. Right, we're going in.
What happened? Why didn't it work? I did everything right. Art to bring him back? Clicker to make it real? So where the fuck is he?
Parliament Tower. It was back.
Didn't we go in there already?
I'd been here many times before.
I must admit, even on this preset, I'm surprised at how good the quality is.
Like my last chance. If it wasn't already too late.
My PC though, it's pretty loud. It's working absolute overtime.
Was I too late? Scratch was in there, writing his horror story. There was still time to stop him. I needed to get inside.
J-Blogs, hello. Is that with yeah, without ray tracing? Yeah, I've got DLSS ultra performance on right now. I was getting that weird VRAM like loading issue again, so I've just kind of left it on this, and it's not done it since. So I don't like the sound of whatever I hear right now. What was that was hearing? It sounded like it was coming from over here. Right, not in here. This is his wife, isn't it? Goodbye, my lover. Oh.
It won't end. Like a nightmare I can't wake up from. I thought I could contain Ellen in my photos, but I can't.
Protein bar.
The monster just keeps coming back. Every night. Like waves hitting the shore. I'm so tired.
She made it out of the realm.
He's here all the time now. There's so much rage inside of him, I can't stand it anymore.
Zazu, yo.
God, I tried so hard.
Does my home get cold? Yeah, it's pretty cold here now.
I can't.
But I'm alright, because I've got about 10 layers of fat. I'm bulking.
I can't.
I can go outside without a jumper, and I'm fine. I'm like a bear. Bulk up for winter, you know.
I made a decision. Most of you won't understand. People call me an artist. But I don't care about any of that. I just wanted to show the world what I see. I can't keep going like I have been. It's time for a perspective shift. To go from photographer to subject. From artist to art.
Oh dear, what has she done? What has she done? $228 FPS. Yeah, it's just because we're in like a cutscene bit though. Like we're getting that using 40% of the What follows here is a final photograph. What? Oh no, what did she do? Did she off herself? Oh dear.
Alice was dead.
Oh god.
Scratch tortured her until she couldn't stand it anymore. Until she broke. And all that time, she thought it was me. Scratch was still here. He hadn't escaped the dark place yet. He was scratching my edits out of return.
John Wick, no!
I had seen this before. This was not Scratch. This was me. Caught in a loop. I had stopped myself trying to fix the manuscript. I was the one haunting Alice. It was always me. I killed her.
What? Was he like taken over by the demon?
This is the ritual to lead you on. Your friends will meet him when you're gone.
What? You want to play Witcher 3? I want to play Witcher 4. And I'm going to do it 8K, Striker, and you better not have a problem with it. You'll watch every single minute of my Witcher 4 8K playthrough, and you'll love it.
Bring Wake back from the dark place with the song and the clicker. But he didn't end up here now. He landed on the shore after I faced Nightingale in the overlap.
Yeah, we knew this, didn't we? Whoa, what's happening with all the color?
Are you okay?
My computer's breaking.
He got out with my face. Scratch.
That night I found Wake here. He appeared because of this. The summoning. That was Wake. Scratch wasn't pretending to be Wake. They're the same person.
He's here. Scratch. Watch out, Anderson.
Estevez, Scratch is Wake with the dark presence inside him. He wants the clicker. Change of plan. I'll lure him to the cell. When we're inside, lock it and blast it with all you got.
Oh my god, oh my god.
Hit him, Estevez.
Press it.
Fast. Anderson, pin him down with gunfire.
Wait, we fought him already, didn't we, like this?
Damn it. Anderson, we lost power.
You're gonna cry? No, you're gonna watch it. And you're gonna be happy about it. What's the strategy here? The light. Do we need to get him through the light?
Show him, kiddo.
Estevez, lights.
Got him. Crap. Your shot, Anderson. Bring the lights.
Hurry up!
Power is out. He's coming for you.
I'll fix it. We can hit him again.
This ain't gonna... That's not gonna cut it. Didn't I have a grenade launcher or something?
Anderson, I dropped gear for you. It's back on.
Oh, I see, it continues. Oh, damn. Oh, I'm dead, What's going on? What's going on? I'm getting hit in the head. Can stun him as well. I don't know why I've got bound. I can't see all my bindings. When did the lights come on? Have I got to hurt him? No, I've ballsed that up. I've ballsed it.
He's free. Lost the lights.
Quick.
Be ready.
Oh my god. I'm stuck on something. Right, we got one. What else have I got to do?
Ready to roll now.
Grab him now.
I got him trapped.
Go.
We lost power. He's free.
Quick.
Hang in there, Anderson.
Oh, just in time, huh? Did I do it? Where's the other one? I've got to lure him in it, have I?
I can trap him with the light if you slow him down.
Oh no!
Now it's the best.
Now what?
Get away. He's coming.
Was ist das Aufgaben?
Grab us from the lights.
You're gonna be sorry,
I love the fact those two guys are just standing there just watching. We get clattered about.
Fighting blood in you, kiddo!
Anderson, I can't get the light on him. Use the light on him. I got him as long as we got power. Lights are out.
Oh, it wasn't done.
Gotta lure Scratch into that cell.
Anderson! Warrior!
I need to heal.
The lights are ready. Just gotta pick Scratch into that cell.
You better run! Why you still
I don't really want to do it, because if he hits me a couple of times...
You got fighting blood in you!
Oh, we're going for it.
If I take the clicker,
Get him in there, get him in there.
Scratch
Estevez, Casey, now!
Nice.
I'm sorry.
Wake? Is it you?
I'm so sorry.
Did it work? Casey?
Casey. Scratch.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, folks, but it's official. Deerfest is canceled.
We're going to need to get one of those exorcist people in.
Feels a little less bright.
How did he transfer himself? End of chapter. We get the song again. Oh. Oh, it's a jam.
We need to get to our next gig.
Well, he really messed that up.
Doing this for you and our lovely saga. You take care of things on this side. Don't screw it up, Tom.
They're going back.
I've seen it all play out. Like a horror movie I've been forced to watch. The Dark Presence held all the cards now.
What's that noise up there?
Welcome back, Wake.
You are awake now, right? With the shadow out of you? Some good news, at least. Bad news is, I haven't seen a situation this fucked since the AWE in Eagle River. The shadow's now in Alex, and Anderson is gone. We need to figure out how to salvage this.
Chris, hello.
I'll do anything.
What game are you talking about? Spider-Man 2?
I'm the reason this is all happening.
It's never that simple. But I should have put you in a box and shipped you off to a containment facility the second I laid eyes on you. The only question now is, are you able to fix this?
I can try.
Not the most encouraging answer, but we'll make it work.
What's the situation?
I've never seen an entity break a bureau containment unit like that. And now the dark presence is occupying Agent Casey? When it attacked him in the woods, it must have been preparing for this.
And now he has the clicker.
I want my weapons back.
Scratch. The dark presence inside Casey. It threw Saga into the lake. If she ends up in the dark place, she could be there forever. It took me 13 years to get out. Zane never did.
Tor and Odin went in after her, right? Maybe they'll get her out. With the power of rock and roll.
I saw them when I was trapped there. They performed in my musical.
I'm immediately less optimistic about this.
Scratch will go to Bright Falls and use the clicker to bring about the horrific ending he wrote for Return. But I can still fix this.
How?
Scratch must have the manuscript. If I can read the ending, I can rewrite it. I need to go after him.
Well, you won't get very far without these. This plan is a
Yeah, give me my
real
weapons
Hail
back.
Mary Wake. I wish I could help. This is all on you. I got you every kind of weapon we have available.
Get me back.
Don't fuck it up.
I needed a car. The FBI vehicle would be at the parking lot.
This game also makes me want to play Days Gone. You know, the environment. Makes me want to play that. Get back to the car. We go up here. Nope. Wait. There we go.
I was awake again, clear-headed for the first time in what felt like a lifetime. I was back exactly where I left. A dark forest outside Bright Falls. A gun in one hand.
You're not buying a new PC until you can afford a 5K lap. Thing is, with these laptops though, they're so insanely priced.
I knew what I had to do. Stop.
Like, if you could afford one of those laptops, you could afford the desktop version. Some of these 4090 laptops are like 4,000 to 5,000. You could build a PC for 3,000 with that same specs and perform way better than the laptop version. Some of the laptop versions were like almost double the price. Like, that's crazy. Unless you need the portability for whatever reason, for gaming, like, you're much better off price-wise on the desktop and also performance-wise overall too. You're going to get more on the desktop. Don't know what the prices on them are like now, but I'm talking about when they kind of first released. I think the 4060 laptops were like, they looked okay, like, price-wise. And I just hate to imagine the powertrain on a 4090 laptop too. You can't put a desktop. What about an eGPU though? Like, I think that's how I would do it if I had to. Get like an eGPU enclosure that you can plug your laptop into. That'll be a lot better space-wise. eGPU. Yeah, but it's a compromise, isn't it? It's never going to be as good. Nothing like that will ever be as good as having a full-on desktop, but it's like the compromise, isn't it? You have to make sacrifices in those like certain cases. It's like somewhere in between. Okay, here's the sacrificial table thing. Can we get back up from here? I think we can. Oh god. I don't like it, I don't like it. Bad, it's bad, it's bad. What the hell? Didn't want to run out of battery because we need to use it on that thing blocking the way. Yeah, at least we haven't had that weird VRAM like loading thing with the ultra performance. I know pretty much the same thing on the 4080 even at 4K, wasn't it? We had that weird loading thing. Same thing again on the 4070-12 or 4070 Ti-12, I think. Definitely going to do that 4070 Ti Super with 16 gig would definitely be better.
The dark presence went into me. When I was pulled back here, crossing over weakened it, made it dormant. I couldn't remember what had happened.
4060 Ti 16. Yeah, there's two versions. 8. There's 8 gig and 16.
It was hunting me.
Two models.
It was inside me the whole time, and then it took over. Turned me into scratch.
Because of the bandwidth on the 60. Yeah, but it doesn't. It's obviously you know, a scam in theory, but it technically doesn't need, like, if you're playing 1080p, I can't imagine you ever needing 16, but should just make those cards 12.
I had to get to Bright Falls. See this through to the end.
16 seems kind of a bit overkill for 1080p, but it's like we saw on the 3060. That's 12 gig, wasn't it? Yes, hello. I'm alright, how are you? You'll need 16 in 1080p soon enough. Yeah, but not for a long time. Like, you won't need 16 gigs of VRAM for 1080p for ages. It's obviously hard to say how long something like that would be, but I don't know any games that use more than 10. And that's with everything probably path traced.
I've driven down this road before.
And even now we're seeing Unreal Engine 5 stuff which uses even less VRAM, so 16 is like an insane amount for 1080p. That would I definitely wouldn't have a problem with that for a long while.
Brought the dark place here. This would take me
Because we're seeing, like I say, with Unreal Engine 5, that whole engine isn't really VRAM heavy at all. So going forward, that's in that specific engine, be less of an issue. So like, yeah, obviously eventually you probably would hit that, of course, because everything ultimately, if history's anything to go by, it's just gonna incrementally go up. But I can't imagine it'll be anytime soon we do that. Because then if we're hitting 16 at 1080p, that'll mean we're hitting like insane numbers at 4K. You know? It'd be like 3 times that at 4K.
Another way to look at it,
which would be wild. And like, we can't imagine that happening really anytime soon either.
Maybe after this I finally could. It was a fool's hope. I had no choice. I had to do it. That didn't make me any less terrified. Fuck it.
He's going in. $4070 Ti for 1440p. I personally would just wait. Like, we're getting these super cards. They're bringing out a 4070 Ti 16 gig. Like, I wouldn't bother even. Like, it's gonna pretty much make. Obviously, depending on the price. We don't know the price of stuff yet, but it kind of makes the 12 gig obsolete. Like, just get the 16. But
not what I expected.
Getting a bit of screen tearing as well. I don't know if you can see that. Well, this is nice and colourful. Yeah, next year the supercards, yeah. Q1, hopefully. This is me, Saturday night. Got a mask on so no one knows it's me. No one knows who the true benchmark boy is. Why is this guy in a towel? What is going on? It's like eyes wide shut. They noticed me because of the arms. True, no one else has got arms the size of me. That is a very, very true. Where have I got to go then? Okay, I can't tab it. This is that ritual, isn't it? Alan Wake return. It's got to be something to do with this, isn't it? Did I demolish that family-sized pasta? Yeah, easy. Extra cheese and extra chicken as well. Just like easy. Barely even touched the sides of my stomach, you know? Probably eat 1.5. Easy. Easy 1.5. Could probably do 2, but I would obviously, I'd be like...
To rewrite the ending of Return.
I'd have to probably take a nap after doing 2. Run! Run! Alright, well... That's not gone well. Glad this isn't real life, because would have come this far and just immediately get chefed up.
I could see the round windows of the writer's room in the photo. That's where I had to go.
Is that one of the half-kilo pasta baked from Iceland? No, it was from Co-op. I'm not sure actually what the size is, but it's like a family one. I'll have to check the Iceland one. I don't know if there's an Iceland. I don't know where the nearest Iceland is. Oh no, it's happened again! I think there's an Iceland in Southampton. Is there? I don't know actually. There used to be one where I used to live. I used to buy those like the chicken party size boxes, you know.
The writer's room in the photo. That's where I had to go to rewrite the ending of Return.
Sick story.
Right, where have I got to go? No, no, no! Oh no! Where have I got to go? Alright, we got to go left side and then I think go right. Oh man. Thought that was going to be third time lucky. We're on our fourth. M&S pasta. Yeah, but I'm not rich. If I bought M&S pasta, I wouldn't be able to buy any GPUs, you know? That's the sacrifice. I'd have to give up a GPU. If I'm buying M&S pasta, I can't get the 5090, you know? It's gonna happen again. Oh no! Trade the 4070 for an nice M&S past lasagna. Could you imagine if I would go in there and try to trade it? I'd probably get escorted out by security. Alright, come on. Come on, I've got this.
I could see the round windows of the writer's room in the photo.
I've beaten...
That's where I had to go.
Well, for me, I've beaten reasonably hard Elden Ring bosses, you know? Like, I can do this. Go, 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 run, run. Why are you not running? Why are you not running? I'm pressing it, he's not doing anything. I'm dead. Why is he not running? What's happening? He just literally wasn't moving. I was slamming it. Oh, God, come on. You'd have thought I'd have cached this mission by now, the amount of times. Load me straight in. Boom, boom, boom.
That's where I had to go.
This is like playing COD. This is literally like playing COD. This is what COD feels like. Right, go, 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 go. We've got it, we've got it, we've got it. We've got it. Oh my god. We've got it, we've got it, we've got it. Go, go. Oh, look at that. Look at that. First time.
I had the book now. I could write my ending to Return.
Do I think nvidia 5000 is going to be a good upgrade? I hope so. We've, you know, there's a fairly biggish gap between compared to normal, so if there's no improvement of GPUs, it would seem a bit, you know, what are they doing? What have they been doing this whole time? At least in the top end, we should see, you know, I'm expecting 5090, if they still go with that naming convention, to be just like absurdly improvement over previous, and then the more you go down, I think it'll just be the same as this gen. So like the 4090 is an insane increase in performance over like the 3090, 3090 Ti, and I think the further you go down, it'll just get less. It's generally what seems to be the fairly common thing now. I think 4080, 4090 are quite a fairly biggish improvements over the top end of previous gen. And then everything below that, not that that stuff's bad, but if you're comparing to like previous gen, equivalents. It's like not as much. Like the 4090 for me over doubles my 3090 Ti, which is like an insane increase.
I had to find another way inside.
We're back here now. We're back at the home. Could we go under? Nope. Nope.
Alice? What was that? Alice was dead. Was this a trap? Or was Scratch torturing
5090 day one, buy for me. I'm probably just about... I mean, it's going to bankrupt me just to buy one for me. No one cares about 30. Well, the thing is the 3090 Ti is absurdly priced for what it is now. Like, a 4080 is the same price. I mean, you're just going to get a 4080. If you're spending the same money, why would you get a 3090 Ti? Now, the only real benefit there is the VRAM. If that was, for whatever reason, specifically what you needed it for, obviously the VRAM. But even then, obviously, 4090 prices are way inflated now, but... if you're spending 1,200 or whatever on a 3090 Ti, you just get a retail. If you got a retail 4090, it's only what, £300 more. Obviously not in the current market, but for actual retail price. Oh my god.
He's very pushy.
Rose, right? From the diner. How are you here?
I'm here to save you, silly. I got your instructions. I found every hidden message you left for me.
Let you get your 4090. Could you imagine the import charges though? The import charges from the States to here are always just nuts. Like on a 4090 it'd probably be it'd probably be stupid.
Only a crazy person would think you've been leaving them secret messages. Wink. But now you need to get your butt upstairs, Alan. This shit won't right itself, no matter what William Shakespeare said.
Right. Thank you, Rose.
Plus, I might need to sell it, depending on how much the 5090 is. If the 5090 is just absolutely absurd, I might have to consider getting money off the 4090 to try and cover it, you know?
Upstairs. The writer's room must be in the attic. That's where the windows were.
The customs would be at least, yeah, that's what I mean, like... And it's probably a bit cheaper in the States than here to buy it brand new off yourself anyway. Like, it would come to a point where you'd be like, it's actually probably just... might as well just buy it there.
We'll loop around and come together, Tom. I have put everything ready.
I wouldn't be completely surprised if the 5090 ends up the same price as the 4090, as much as the 3090 Ti is the same price as, like... You know? Because we seem to be seeing that a little bit now. Maybe like £200 or £300 more than the 4090, so if you're looking at retail, maybe 1,800.
What water brings? It takes
2,400. What, pounds? I don't think you'll see it at 2,400 personally. I don't think you'll see it over 2,000. I feel like, you know, obviously I could easily be wrong, but I don't think you'd see that.
One last time.
Because that would be a big increase of, yeah, like £500-600 from retail to be over 2,000. It's quite a lot.
get the door open for you, Tom. There you go. The matter is a stake. Now comes the end of the rhyme.
Thank you, Ahti.
The 4090 is 1,009. Yeah, but the actual retail is 1,500. The prices are just inflated right now. Like, if you had to get a Founders Edition, it's, I think, 1,500, but obviously there's no stock. But everything else from other websites is just, like, way inflated. I'm talking purely just retail. Like, the actual price they retail for from nvidia is 1,500. I'm not counting just, like, inflated pricing from, like, for other models from, like, other websites. Because, yeah, those prices have gone up recently.
I was here. I needed to write the ending. I only had one chance to get this right.
Torpedic, hello.
Return's ending was an eternal deerfest that would keep spreading. Given time, Scratch would plunge the world into his nightmare. I had to stop that from happening. I had to write one more chapter for Return.
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about just pure, like, retail intended price. I think it's more than likely you see a 5090 go over $2,000 for other models from some websites, because you saw that with the 4090. Like, when it first releases and you can't get one, yeah, you'll more than likely see it over $2,000, but there's no end to how much people could charge for it of, like, this, like, inflated price. But in terms of actual retail price, like, intended price, I don't think you'll see it over 2,000.
I needed an ending that took everything already in Return and extended it into a conclusion that would save us. Only the perfect ending would work. A perfect ending that would save us all. I was the only one who could write it. Everything depended on this. On me.
You have a 4090, any reason to get a 14th?
Would burst through that door to stop me. Every plot thread dangled in my brain.
Probably not for you, unless you need a CPU for, you know, what would you be looking at in the 14th? Just the 14700. There's probably not much point, no. Unless you're considering doing i9 for some specific core related stuff, then there's no point, no. Like, it wouldn't be worth it if you're just gaming. Rewrite the ending. The end. This is the end. Do do do. Beautiful friend. Name the song. Oh.
In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. The ending has to fit the genre if it's going to work. In a horror story, there's only victims and monsters. If there is Arrow, they will ultimately pay a heavy price.
I won't let the horror story take Logan and Casey. They were dragged into this. They need to survive. Non-negotiable.
Not just them. We need to try to save everyone.
The ending will have to be dark no matter what. The more people we save, the greater the cost. And the hero must pay the price.
The scales always need to balance.
Where's Mrs. Bench? I don't know, good question. Waiting for me somewhere. Some painting waiting for me somewhere.
Felt different. I'd never seen myself in a vision before, but it fit. Saga and I were both at the center of this story. She was now my co-author. This was the beginning of the end. We were characters in a horror story, charging blindly towards the finale. We still didn't have everything we needed. This would not.
She's at M&S. Our hands both reach for the pasta and they touch, you know? It's like a scene from a movie. I reach in to grab 3 M&S pastas. And our hands, she's reaching in and the hands touch. And at that point, I realise that she's the one. I'm already basically on one knee, you know? I know she's going to be my bulk partner, you know? Bulking together forever. Does Steam Deck have DLSS? No, it only has FSR.
What's going on? Am I in the field office? No. It's the mine place. My work. It's all gone. What the hell is happening?
What is happening? Who knows? Cases? Oh dear.
I can't sense anyone.
Where are we though? Are we in the real world?
Leave. Why can't I leave?
Mine place. Escape the mine place. Look for a way to leave. Well, open the door, no?
The dark presence took over Casey. Stole the clicker from me. The last thing I remember is him throwing me into Cauldron Lake. I'm in the dark place. I'm lost. I don't know how to get out. I don't know what to do.
Steam Deck is not nvidia. No, it's AMD. That's why it only has FSI, yeah. Obviously, AMD works both ways, but NVIDIA stuff only works that way, like NVIDIA way. So you could use FSR on NVIDIA stuff, but you can't use NVIDIA stuff on AMD stuff. Well, with obviously in reason, fluid motion frames you can't use on NVIDIA, but
The board says I failed them. Who's them?
I let everyone down. Logan,
oh no, has she got a
myself.
Has she got a demon as well?
Fault. My daughter is dead. My partner was taken over by a monster. I'm trapped in the dark place. Powerless.
I'm not powerless. What is happening here? This isn't me.
Frame generations. Yeah, I wonder if the Steam Deck gets FSR 3 actually. I don't see why it wouldn't. Because that would be a massive thing for it.
Casey depended on me, and I let him down. I wasn't watching his back. I got wrapped up chasing the wrong lead. He needed me. Now he's turned into a monster.
He needed me. Logan.
I neglected my family for my job. I was too thrilled by the cases, the mysteries. I liked how dangerous the work was. And now that danger has destroyed my family.
Steam Deck should. Yeah, I guess it becomes a thing though of like...
No.
You can pretty much run most Steam games on Steam Deck, but they're not officially supported, so... Unless it's official, like, I shouldn't imagine you see FSR 3 in unofficial, like, supported games, which, like, there's a lot that aren't officially supported, but they get added all the time, so it'd be a case of them just doing, like, making sure it's supported, but...
I am a terrible mother. I let my daughter die.
Marlos, hello, I'm good, how are you? Yourself, you were a terrible mom. No. Wait, what?
I'm a failure. This is what I deserve.
What does that say?
Scratch took Casey, and it's my fucking fault.
But he took her daughter, did he? Man, this is such a brain, like...
The story.
Trying to work out what on earth's going on.
My family is just part of a book. Another white asshole deciding what I get to do, how I get to do it.
So what, has she just forgot about everything that happened before?
I'll never be free of this story from him.
He used her.
Because her kid went missing ages ago, no? Logan died.
She's not dead. God damn it.
Oh god. Make it stop. I'm gonna run out of wall.
No! I'm done with this. It just keeps coming back.
Steam Deck OLED, yeah. Only thing I'm really kind of... Because my initial thing with Steam Deck was the battery life. The thing is, obviously, it has a much better supposed battery life, but I never really believed their battery life. Like, whenever... Oh my god, see the VSync I'm getting at the bottom? I never really... You know, it's same with laptops. When they tell you the battery life, it never really lives up to that, but... Maybe consider swapping it out if I can see some reviews and it's like significantly better, like maybe. If not, I'll probably just wait and maybe consider switching it to like Steam Deck 2 or whatever if that ever comes out.
Scratch. He's using Casey now. Like he used Wake. Something's very fucking wrong here.
There's something on the
Casey
table.
Was hurt. I should have been watching his back.
This reminds me of Sinister. That movie when the kid goes missing in the like other realm.
Wait, what?
No, yeah, no, I know gaming without battery, yeah. I just think, I don't know, because they've made the OLED 90 Hz, haven't they? Like, I don't get that.
What is
I don't see the point. Because I would just cap it at 30 anyway, just to preserve battery life. And even if you could do 90, like... There's only probably a select few games you could even run at that frame rate. I just don't get it. Like, I don't get why... Like, 60 I think is fine for portables like that. Like, the whole point in portables is that it can... Like, it has good battery. Why would you just destroy that by making it, like, 90 or... above, like, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I know a lot of people just cap it at 30 just to like try and get it last longer. Like, I don't see why you'd want to just drain battery more, you know, because you're probably not going to hit that frame rate anyway. Like, I just don't really get it. Because I think the ROG Ally is 120, isn't it? Is it? I can't remember. Like, there's no way you're hitting that frame rate anyway.
Night Springs. Logan and David love that show. Their weekly ritual.
Ah, I got another thing. Took Logan away from her father.
Why is this happening?
You might hit 120. Yeah, but could you imagine the power drain, though, even if you could hit that? I don't know, the trade-off for me isn't worth it. On, like, a screen that size, like... Okay, I think we've got to look around a little bit more. What else didn't I look at? This? What was this?
I never should have trusted these.
There we go. What's this here?
Casey was being corrupted and I did nothing. Scratch was Wake. How could I miss that?
Because like when you compare it to a Switch, I know obviously it's a bit different, but the OLED on there is like really, really good battery life wise, isn't it? I know the games make a massive difference. The games that you play. Obviously, like a AAA game is probably going to drain your battery life way more than like some kind of like maybe indie side scroller or something, you know. But the size the Steam Deck is, like that's another two of my biggest gripes with it. It's too big. It's too big for me to be like fully portable without having to consider what else I'm taking, and it's also then the battery life too. They're kind of my two biggest things. Well, I was thinking maybe try out an ROG Ally as well, because that is a little bit smaller.
This isn't... What?
What does that one say? Wake? Was Scratch all along? I had no idea.
It feels like I'm trapped in a nightmare. Stuck in an echo chamber with all my...
ROG deck. I mean, I can't say I've not used... I haven't used the ROG. I'm not sure I'm really the best person to comment. I think if I had to rebuy them now, I'd probably be more interested in the ROG, but... now that the OLED's coming, I don't know.
What? No.
I ignore the fact that the dark presence was affecting Casey. Terrible mom. Terrible mom. Like the way Americans spell mom. Mom.
What the hell?
No offense to my American friends.
Beginning of the spiral.
But we spell it M-U-M here.
Logan. The horror.
We do things different around these ends.
I've had it with you cultist maniacs.
I never should have left Casey at the hotel by himself. I spent too much time away from Logan.
Right, have we got all the clues? Because this is getting a bit tedious. The mom spelling drives you nuts. Yeah, the thing that always gets me is colour, because we spell colour different here, but whenever I'm coding, like if you're coding in HTML and stuff, it's obviously the American spelling, and it gets me every time. Same with grey as well. In America, it's G-R-A-Y, isn't it? And here it's G-R-E-Y. It gets me every time. It's underlined, and I'm just like, what? Why is that underlined? That's how you spell grey, isn't it?
That's not... No.
That one's the top one. Aluminum. Yeah, I when I first heard that word, I genuinely didn't know what that meant, like what that was. It was to do with like, it was some technology, and it was like the unveiling, and they kept saying aluminum, and I was like, what the hell is that? I just didn't know what it was. I was like, why do they keep saying that? What is that? Logan's death broke something inside of me.
I hate this, but it's all true. I had tried to silence these thoughts. Focus on the case. But I can't escape them anymore. I'm drowning. I need a way out before I'm dragged under.
Come on now, we're almost there.
No, no, no!
A way out, here we go.
There has to be a way out. I need a way out. Oh God. None of this is real. I've lost it. I'm not even here. The mind place isn't real. A case about supernatural darkness. I'm having a full-on psychotic break. I dragged Logan away to a tin can in Watery. She's dead because of me.
You'd go for Switch. I like the idea of Red Dead Redemption 1's on Switch. I wouldn't mind a playthrough of Red Dead Redemption 1 again.
A way out. It's over. There's no point trying. Everything is lost. There's no way out. No way to fix this. There's no way out. I'm stuck here forever. Just me and my past. My guilt. My mistakes.
Oh. Reminds me of the Good Honor in Red Dead.
I'm not getting anywhere. I'm stuck. But this is my mind place. My mind. Everything I need is here. It has to be.
Look for a way to leave. Come on. Come on.
Oh! The lights.
We're out.
No. No. I'm not giving up. Focus, Saga. The answers I need are here somewhere. I just have to look.
I saw this online and it made me think of you. Okay, what are you doing? Don't make a big deal out of it, Mom.
No one said the game's unoptimized. It's probably because I'm playing an 8K though, so just everyone's willing to accept that it's just not going to run that good.
Hey, Mom, I made you a charm bracelet for good luck. I made a matching one for me, so bring me back something cool from Washington.
People come for me for the 8K instead.
My badge. Never should have taken this case. Hey. Just calling to say thanks for your note. Oh, sometimes I just get in my head too much. So, thanks for pulling me out. You're really the best, Mom. Really. Okay. Talk soon.
Oh, I want out of here. Come on. Get me out of this nightmare.
Scratch was too much for us. I should have made KC stay behind.
I'd be throwing this torch at that window. Smash the glass.
No. I'm not reading anymore.
Hop straight out, you know?
It was so obvious the Koskela brothers were behind the cult.
Max settings, path tracing. No, I'm at 8K with path tracing off. We've currently got it at ultra performance right now. At quality of the same settings, we get about 40 FPS.
I can't do this.
What were the variations we had? Native 8K was, what was it? It was like 5 or 6 FPS, wasn't it? Something like that. And then with the path tracing on, think it was about 7 FPS, 80k native, path tracing on it was like 3, wasn't it, or something? I think it was about 3.
Shit!
A reassuring note from... What does that go under?
No. This is all real. I know it is.
Always put work first.
I'll have nothing. No, no, no! Logan isn't anyone's plot device. She's my daughter. And she's not dead. It's not too late. I can still save them.
I didn't get to do the mug.
What I do, someone will get hurt. I don't know what to do. I'm afraid. I'm my own worst enemy. The fears in my head are stopping me from trying. From leaving.
Oh, I was right. Right, so we've done 2. 3 more.
Anderson, look, after Miranda left, it was, well, I was in a bad place. You dragging me to those dinners at your house with your family, it really, meant a lot. Thank you.
That's 1. I think I need 3.
I am honored by this award. Thank you. While our agency must continue to improve, the work we do here, protecting communities.
Is that the Zazu? Are you Ghostbusters in Discord? Is that you?
Stop blaming yourself, Anderson. A knife in the arm is just part of the job.
Alexandru, hello. You're not.
You're gonna keep
Were you having issues with the 4090-5800X?
Look, leave the whiskey.
Our job is dangerous. Casey himself told me that. It's no one's fault.
I do have Discord, yeah. It's in the links in the description. No, I just wondered because someone's got an issue with 4090-500X3D. I think it is.
I can't let this place make me question myself. I know what I'm doing. No idea what I'm doing.
Right. We've almost done it.
It's okay to be afraid. But I can't let this end here. I can't. I just want it to stop. Giving up won't make this stop. Logan needs me. Casey needs me.
What am I eating? You get one guess. Rodrigo, thanks for subscribing.
I've made mistakes.
You got one guess of what I'm eating.
But I can do better. And I can
And
start.
it will show how well you know me or not.
I'm afraid it will hurt. But nothing will hurt more than not trying to save them.
Pizza? No.
Hurt,
I wish.
but I will fight.
Protein bar. Fish and chips. I find that insulting. Is that just because I'm English? No, I'm joking. I'm not really fish and chips though. I'd get a battered sausage.
The
Get a
dark
jumbo
forest
battered
here.
sausage. Whew.
The only way to leave is facing it head on.
Batter me up.
Wake called it a nightmare. I need to dive into that nightmare and find a way back home.
Is this 4K ray trace? No, this is 8K. 8K, no ray tracing. .8K ray tracing. 8K with ray tracing off. We've got ultra performance on at the moment. Every non-Brit thinks we live off fish and chips. Yeah, to be honest, I don't think I've had fish and chips my entire adult life. I used to have it more when I was a kid. Like, if I'd had it now, like I said, probably have that would be my order. It would be a battered sausage and chips. But I honestly don't think I've probably had that once in like the last 10 years, if I'm honest. But I think like I had it more when I was a kid, like fish and chips and stuff, like as if like, you know, like your family ordered a takeaway. Because I don't really, well at least I don't know what it was like when I was a kid, but like my family didn't really order like pizza and stuff. You'd just have like fish and chips. We'd have that more, really. Oh, come on. Come. What does this say? Whenever the cult calls someone taken over by the shadow, cult psychology? No. They cut out the monster's heart, push the switch into the hole, inflict it. What's that going to be then? Cult goal? Ritual. You stayed for 3 months in the UK and you didn't get fish and chips once. That is an absolute disgrace. Gotta do it at least once. And then get yourself a Ken's. I think that's just the Southern thing, though.
After getting his hands on the FBC files, Ilmo Koskinen knew what he was up against. He masterminded the cult, his and Yako's army, to fight the fucked up horror lurking under the lake, and a plan to keep those feds in their bunker by the lake in the dark. Outsiders would only screw things up. The Koskinen sabotaged the FBC's monitoring
The burn info work on an OLED.
to alert them when something was brewing at the lake. One time months later, when the alarm rang, they drove to the lake again, ready for a fight. But this time, they didn't find any monsters. Something else washed ashore. The light switch. They'd read how Wake had stopped Jagger with it in the stolen files. From that point on, whenever the cult caught someone taken over by the Shadow, they cut out the monster's heart, pushed the switch into the hole, and flicked it.
Porridge? I do actually live off porridge. Protein porridge. That slaps, that does. I wouldn't be half the size I am without chugging protein porridge every day. Use the door. Oh my god. We're free. Yeah, but the OLED, that's what I'm worried about, getting an OLED, because I pretty much use my computer for like 80% of the time for work, really. Digital 4090 reaches 350 watts stuttering start. Are you using the adapter or are you using a 12-pin ATX 3.0? Where the hell are we? Come home.
The
payphone was ringing. Somehow I knew the call.
Look how spooky that is. The mist. Oh wait, this is the place. This is the place Alan was, huh? In the day.
Hello?
It's me again. You need to go to the statue at Parliament Tower Plaza. To make your ending come true, you will need what's inside the shoebox there.
Is it the photos?
The ending? A shoebox? Who is this?
Oh no, I hear the cleaner. Where is he? That's the policeman.
Is that really you? Sorry, this place likes to play tricks.
Sheriff Breaker? What happened to you? How did you end up in the dark place?
I was brought here. Snatched away from the morgue by a man named Orland Dorr. Been trying to piece it together for... well, it feels like a long time now.
Who is this Dorr person?
He's here. Somewhere. I've been seeing his face in my dreams for years. This whole thing is insane.
3070. You could run it on that, but you just have to know ray tracing and DLSS.
He's connected to all of this.
Just have to lower some of the settings.
Tower Plaza. Do you have any idea where it is?
This place, it's like trying to find your way around in a dream. I've been trying to map it, but it keeps looping, shifting. Like there were many versions stacked on top of each other. There is a page. Describes Dorr finding his way through this place. I tried to follow the steps, but...
Carlos, have you tried... I don't know what 4090 you've got, but have you tried in the different BIOS switch modes? So, for example, mine has silent and performance. I think those are the modes. Have you tried both of those?
Can I see that page, Tim?
Of course.
Because there are some...
In fact, it's the page I tried to...
There are some GPU models out there that like have weird little bugs with that stuff.
Now that I think about it, maybe Dorr brought me here.
I've read before.
Here.
So like that might just be worth a try. I'm not saying that is going to fix anything, but
keep looking for Dorr.
I've definitely read before people with certain models have had problems and they switch that.
Orland Dorr walked across the rain-slicked tiles of...
Because sometimes people had issues with the overclock when it's in like performance mode. Causes issues on their card.
Talk show hung there. He stepped through, willing it to take him to Parliament Tower Plaza.
I know what I need to do. The door to Parliament Tower Plaza was at the construction yard.
The motherboard? No, on the actual GPU you'll have a switch. I don't know what the modes will be called on your GPU, but on mine the switch is, I think it's either performance or silent it's called. If yours is a Gigabyte Gaming, you should have that switch as well, I think. Try and find where this cleaner is. I can hear him ringing the bell. What's happening? Oh. I do have Discord. The link's in the description, yeah. Just go through the door. Yeah, I'm gonna. Get ready.
I made it. I need to get up to the street and find that statue.
You let me drown! You pushed me!
Enough already.
Okay, now this is the place. Eerie music.
There's the shoebox. The clicker. And some kind
Bullet of light.
Shining with light. How did the clicker get here from Washington?
I don't like it. Who else wants it? I'm out, I'm out, I'm out. I'm stuck, I'm stuck, I'm stuck. Get to the tower. I think stuttering wise, although we're kind of absolutely hammering the GPU, it's actually pretty smooth. I just don't like weird frame times like there. You can see it in the graph, but even at low, when we're at 30 or 40, it was still pretty smooth.
Yes?
Hello.
Consistent frame time.
But you need to listen.
Hold on. How did you know the clicker would be there?
This is important. Alan's lost. He doesn't have the ending. He needs your help to finish the story.
How am I supposed to help him from here?
We need to talk.
I'm in the dark place.
Alan. We need to talk about the ending.
Saga, what is this?
My mind place. I've reached out to you like this before. But I understand more about it now.
You see visions too. I used to think they were ideas, inspiration, but they're real. Just like this now. I try to use them to make the story come true.
So this is coming from both of us. Maybe that's how we could communicate in the overlaps. We could use this to stop Scratch.
First, I need the ending.
So there's a problem with the ending?
I don't have the ending. It has to be perfect, but I don't have time to figure it out. I don't know what to do. Fuck. I'm so sorry. This whole thing is a fucking mess.
I agree. But we can still figure this out. And what exactly does perfect mean?
The elements of the ending need to come from the story's pre-existing parts. To make matters worse, this is a horror story.
Are the Game Awards out? The nominations? I think they are. Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Spider-Man 2.
You don't need to tell me this is a horror story.
Resident Evil 4.
The ending has to fit the genre if it's
Super Mario Brothers Wonder.
horror story. They're only
And The
victims
Legend of Zelda, The Tears of the Kingdom.
There must be a way to bring a hero into the story.
If there is
What's
a
this
hero,
Mario game?
they will ultimately pay a heavy price.
I don't know. I didn't know there was a Mario game.
I can't let the horror story.
Who wins that though? I mean, Baldur's Gate's probably going to win it, isn't it?
They need to survive. Non-negotiable.
Not just that.
I think Baldur's Gate or maybe Zelda. Although I didn't play either,
I
but
have an idea how to help Casey. He's a real person who I twisted into a character. He isn't my creation, so he isn't a suitable host for the Dark Presence. I can write that into the ending to drive that fucking thing out of him.
So the ending has to be earned, set up by the story. You can't build a case without supporting evidence.
That's the only way to make it stick.
Zelda. Yeah, I heard people weren't that, like, there was a massive hype for Zelda, but I then heard people who played it just didn't seem as excited about it as they were before. I don't know. It seemed to disappear very quickly. It felt like huge hype for it, and then it just sort of disappeared. And people who played through the whole thing, well, there was a lot of people who loved it. I just heard some, like, not really that, like, people kind of just not, they were like, yeah, played it, it was alright, like, you know?
This is the first time I've seen a page about Warland Door. Who is he?
A door that stands between two rooms is in both.
Oh, Alan, hello.
A door that can lead anywhere.
It was more of the same, was it? I never played any of those, so I honestly wouldn't know. I guess that's a bit like Spider-Man 2 as well, isn't it? I feel like that a little bit.
It's hard to know who's playing who.
It's very, very more of the same.
This isn't important right now. I can look into it later. The page describes him moving through the door. How can I do that?
The dark place has many faces and many names. It is a mirror, reflecting all possible realities. The family of doors have the power to shift between these realities, here and elsewhere.
If I can find a way to navigate through this nightmare, maybe I can find a way to get back home.
Right, there's one more here. How I see the ending.
What if the ending has to fit the story? This is how I see it. Return is a story about a story that comes true.
Any advantage of the intel over?
Character. The hero.
Okay, a hero. In any case, I've been through.
Are you getting it for gaming or productivity stuff though?
It feels earned to me that I rise above the story.
Obviously, intel-wise, you know, the high end there is probably going to give you better productivity stuff like performance. If you're going for that 3D. Like, that would really be what your decision would be between. Like, gaming-wise, would be more 3D. But then obviously Intel is probably going to give you better productivity, so
You aren't the only one deciding these
it's going to depend on that, really.
You're right. I can't do this alone.
Depends which, I don't know which one you
Things only get worse.
favor
You
more.
made this thing back in 2010, Alan. And here you are doing the same again. You're a hero too. We're in this together.
Then let's bring it home.
Together forever. Yeah, I was initially going to go for the 7950X 3D, but there was a lot of issues with the cores and stuff. I don't want to have to like manually mess with stuff. I don't really know what that's like now. Like, I'd probably look at getting like the next gen of that. But I was put off a little bit, and the fact I already had a 3900K, I would obviously have to do change all the motherboard and everything as well. So for me, it kind of didn't make sense this gen. But
The ending will have to be dark, no matter what. The more people we save, the greater the cost, and the hero must pay the price.
one of the heroes. The scales always.
How much difference for Adobe? I don't know about specifically Adobe Cloud. If you Google it, you'll be able to see like exact score. And like each productivity app. So like if you're looking for a specific thing, just if you Google that, I'm sure there'll be a graph somewhere with like exact scoring of both, and it'll tell you what the difference is on that. I wouldn't know like off the top of my head.
See you on the other side.
It's normally quite close, but the 3D, so like the 7950X non-3D performs better in stuff like that normally. But it varies massively from app to app, so yeah, if you're looking for a specific one, you're better off maybe just Googling it. What's the goals? Escape the dark place.
I need to retrace my steps back to Caldera Street Plaza. I arrived in the dark place through the fountain. Maybe I can leave that way too.
Alright, here we go. Where was the station?
Caldera Plaza is back through the subway. I have to hurry.
Oh, we're gonna get attacked. Assigning cores manually. Yeah, that's what I mean. With that 3D, when it first came out, obviously there was loads of issues with that stuff. Like, I admittedly don't really know what that's like now. It put me off getting it, so I just didn't bother in the end. I thought maybe next gen I'll move. I don't know if, like, that stuff's kind of not really a problem anymore. Not sure. Run. Run, Luke, run. No! Oh, God. Run, run, run.
Alan?
Saga.
Oh my God, we found him.
I finished it. The ending we talked about.
I have the clicker and the bullet of light. Let's do this. I have to be the one to do it.
I feel like I've always been on this journey. Okay. It must end here. This darkness. What lies under the surface now shifts. A play of shadows catching my eye, thrusting
oh my God.
into the water. He's here. It's shockingly cold. Past the mirror of the surface. And I will see.
KC?
Shoot him.
Scratch! Now!
White searing light of truth that for a flash pierces the shadows and reveals the hidden horror. And in that moment of silence, the whispered message finally heard.
Come on, you motherfucker! Come on! Come on!
What if there's nothing waiting to be revealed? The play of shadows fool us all, subterfuge to get our price of admission. Darkness not as a monster, but as emptiness. We're none the wiser. No answers, no truths. The hero turns to look inside. Is destroyed by
fire it
and is redeemed. Saga said we're both heroes. I'll pay that price. So will she. We are here to kill the monster. I pray nothing comes after this. Nothing but sleep. This is how we win. Is it too easy? What if this is still the dark place? Another dream to wake up from, always coming back to the beginning. The memory of what came before burned away by this terrible realization. Maybe it's a mercy, forgetting. To know nothing when we loop around, back to...
Is it over?
Is he dead then?
Anderson?
Like, is he actually dead or? I mean, I know he just had a bullet to the head, but... Oh my god, he's completed it. Oh. End credit. Oh no, not again.
This part is just for you. After the haunting started, I got in touch with an organization that was still looking into what happened in Bright Falls. I went to their offices and something happened there. After I got home, I could suddenly remember everything. I remembered being trapped inside that lake. A dark ocean with echoes of myself, my fears, my photos. Inside a dark tide of madness, the same events and images looping again and again. And then I saw a light. Your light. You dove in just as I swam out. You never drowned. And you're still there reaching out. That is what the haunting is. I can see you because I've been there too. I chose to come back to the dark place. That is why I put on this exhibition. I had to mislead you, so that I could get you to where you needed to be.
What?
The only way out of your loop is destruction or ascension. Light or dark. And we've covered the destruction part many times over. And we're getting to the ascension bit by bit. Time means nothing here. You'll still need to go through.
There's absolutely no noticeable visual difference with 4K. What, from 8K? Yeah, but you're not watching it in 8K.
The light you need to
You wouldn't be able to see the visual difference even if you unless you had an 8K monitor, you wouldn't be able to see the visual difference anyway.
I think we're getting close.
So he's still alive.
It's not a loop. It's a spiral.
Alan Wake 3. Get it going, 2025. Oh my god, we got another banger.
There was discord, misuse of worth, and the wool over.
YouTube compression, yeah, that definitely affects things too. I mean, you can't really comment on the visual quality of 8K unless you've actually seen it a lot of the time. If you can see an 8K screen next to a 4K screen, then it's a bit more reliable as to what you can actually see. But comparing it based off a video you're watching online is kind of... It doesn't really do it justice. Like, YouTube compression doesn't really do any resolution justice, really. Like, as an overall thing. If you're comparing visual quality of anything, uploading video online and through compression, it doesn't really give you the experience you would actually get in most cases. Like, even if I uploaded a video in 8K, which I've done, but you're watching from a 1080p monitor, it's not really going to do it justice. How do those Gamers of the Year actually even get voted? How do they get picked? Is there like obviously a bigger list of games, and then what, people vote to bring it down to like 6 games or something? What other games did we have this year? Are there certain rules to picking Game of the Year though? Like, for example, for example, Last of Us. Could that get picked, or does that not count because it's it's like a port? You know? Does it have? You know, there's certain rules. has to be like a brand new offering. It was so... Yeah, but, like, what's the rules, though? Like, could it be in there? Could it technically be in there, or is it not allowed to be because it's a port? Because technically it would have got voted when it first came out. Do you see what I mean? Like, it has to be this year, but it has to be brand new this year. It is allowed, even a port. What about worst game of the year? What do we reckon? Redfall, Forspoken, Gollum, that King Kong game. What are we picking? I think I'd still have to pick Redfall. I think that is the worst. I think that's the worst game of the year. Because at least the King Kong game's like a meme. Gollum's also kind of a meme, but the Lord of the Rings aspect of it is kind of, like, for me at least, somewhat interesting for, like, a little bit of a play, you know? Forspoken, as bad as it was, like, the magic and combat and stuff was, like, that bit was actually okay. Like, it was fairly engaging, like, the amount of spells and stuff. Redfall for me just didn't give anything. Like the King Kong game. That is yeah. I mean, I didn't play that one, but from what I saw, it looked more like a meme though of just it's funny. Redfall wasn't funny. At least with King Kong I could play it and laugh at how funny it was, but Redfall didn't make me laugh. Like, it gave me nothing. It didn't give me comedy, it didn't give me... That's why I'd probably vote for that. No, I don't mean for a category and thing. I mean the worst game of the year. As in, what would the pick be? Gollum game at least has some effort. That's what I mean. And the fact it was the Lord of the Rings, like, theme, kind of made it somewhat interesting for, like, a little bit. Aside from how bad it ran and stuff, at least it had that IP. But Redfall, honestly, that game was crazy bad. How's this gameplay using nvidia? Oh, with the path tracing. Obviously with the path tracing runs much better on nvidia, yeah. I hated this part. What, the end credits? I think you might be a bit behind, Carlos. There's nothing to hate about the credits. Quite confusing. Ah, you must be a bit behind. Gollum versus... You reckon? You don't think Redfall's in there? He's in the future. He's talking about me at work tomorrow. Because I hate that part. And it's also quite confusing as well. That aligns perfectly. I should stream me working tomorrow and then he can I can just, you know, link that forward, then it makes total sense. Redfall's got a bit better, has it? It's been worked. I honestly didn't even know that. Never touched it again. I remember because I didn't really feel like... Was there loads of hype for Gollum? I didn't really feel there was loads of hype, but for Redfall, I felt like there was loads of hype. And it was nowhere near. Well, I didn't feel like there was as much hype for, like, Gollum, or, I mean, especially the Kong game. Didn't even notice, like, that was a thing. Maybe that's why I feel like it's worse, because I thought Redfall would actually be quite good, because it was... Seemed quite... There was quite a bit of it had hype, yeah. I think people were quite excited for it. I had a lot of people asking me around that time, like, am I going to play it, am I going to play it, type thing. But, like, Gollum and that, like, no one said anything about those. Like, no, I don't think anyone cared about them releasing. Right, these credits, what the hell am I watching? Speed it up, speed it up. Where's my name? Is this just looping around? There's no way. Surely not. Oh, this is getting to the end. This is getting to the end. Oh, no. Yep. Oh, this is the end. Oh. There it is. No more end cutscenes. It's done. It's completed. Pre-order. That's it, though. Enjoyed the game. Quite a bit. Like I say, probably vote that game of the year for me. Out of those choices, obviously the ones that do well, Baldur's Gate didn't play it, so maybe I should check that out sometime. But yeah, thanks a lot for watching. I'll be back on again tomorrow. I don't know what I play. Maybe play a bit more COD. Thought I'd have a break from it today, but still got some GPUs to try out on it. I'll see. Still also a couple of other games I want to try. I wanted to try and do Starfield maybe again at some point with DLSS in it now. I don't actually know if that's been added yet. I'll check. Obviously, we did try out the DLSS 3 mod, but try out properly being added to the game as well. Still got to complete that, so. But yeah, hope you guys have a good evening. Catch you tomorrow.